Buck you naked.
Got some bad news for you. You're fucking done, son. It's over.
Please hit the gym. Please hit the gym, and the pH needs to be balanced as well.
I've been drinking. Can't keep your eyes up right now.
Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to JLerone Presents. I'm your host, JLerone. Look, we're going to go ahead and get into this video. I did one the other day about O'Shea Duke Jackson, where he was talking about Tommy having a debate with Black Alpha. And even though O'Shea never really went to look at the video, I played about 6 minutes of what went down on how Black Alpha was muting Tommy the whole time. Black Alpha released 45 minutes of that debate, and he released the audio. He didn't release the video, so you couldn't see that he was actually muting Tommy the whole time. I'm going to show you guys the whole 45-minute video that Tommy recorded, and it shows that he was being muted, right? So, like I said, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Like if you agree with Tommy, if you don't, you know, you might think he won the debate. You might think Black Alpha won the debate. The thing I want to show y'all is how he was being muted. So it wasn't fair for them to ask him questions. Then when he tried to answer the questions, they would mute him. You know what I mean? And a lot of people, I think, listened to what Black Alpha put up, and they didn't actually see what was going on. So I'm going to show you guys, like I said, the video, and it's going to clearly show it's a Twitter space. So on Twitter, you can see when somebody mutes you. You can see when the host is muting. So I'm going to let you guys see that. And then, like I said, whether you like what Tommy says, whether you think he won or didn't won, or whatever, just take a look at the unfairness. That's all I'm pointing out, is that during the debate, Tommy was not being treated fair. You know what I mean? They would not let him speak. They kept muting him when he tried to answer a question. So my thing is, how you going to ask somebody a question, and then when they go to answer it, you mute them? Or better yet, how do you ask a single question, but then you turn that one single question into about 8 questions, and when they try to answer it, you still mute them? So, you know what I'm saying? You can't do anything with that. You can't do anything with that. If you're going to ask somebody a question, ask them one question, let them answer it. Then if you got a second question, ask the second question. But they will ask multiple questions all at once. And then when he tried to answer at least one of them, they mute him. It's dumb. But you got people that would think that, you know, Tommy, by listening to Black Alpha side of it, you won't, like I said, all you hear is the audio. So you don't know if he's being muted or not, right? So, but just go ahead and take a look at this, and you'll see that, you know, Tommy was being muted throughout the whole thing. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it.
Colin, you've apologized enough. Okay, you're saying things and you're apologizing and you're coming back and you're just not adding up enough for us. So appreciate you. Have a good Memorial Day weekend. Much respect. I hope you get everything situated and worked out and come back with something when you have all your thoughts gathered and we don't have to educate you about your own community. Much respect. Okay, Tommy, you've been saying things in the chat. So go ahead. The floor is yours.
And I don't blame Tommy for recording these spaces, because people will lie. people will say that they did things that they didn't do. You know what I mean? Or they will say that you said something that you didn't say. So, yeah, it's a lot of times you have to record these spaces because people will lie.
It's so quiet now, man.
Y'all gotta forgive
Can
his
y'all hear
phone
me?
signal. He probably got a
Yeah,
blow on it or something.
yeah, I hear
we
y'all.
hear you.
Yeah,
Okay,
this is me.
I'm
Go ahead.
sorry.
Go
I'm
ahead.
trying to figure it out. The things I was saying in the chat was just simple. I don't like it if I wouldn't appreciate it if they were doing that to y'all if y'all were trying to talk to them. I don't think when anybody tries to just be sarcastic and snarky with people, it's cute. You knew male meant white, so you were playing a game by trying to act like it didn't mean white. That's stupid. It comes
No,
across
first
as a
off,
liar
male
when
is
you
a
do that.
particular action and a particular behavior done by white people. It doesn't apply to all white people. So you're wrong with that. And in terms of somebody being sarcastic, you don't feel that they've been sarcastic as they come here for trolls. And then third, why do you feel the need to cape for them and protect them so much? Do you got your coon cape on, brother? Do you got your coon cape? Do you believe you can fly? Is that what it is, family? Because I'm gonna tell you, you can't. So it seems like you're running interference because you got more of an issue with us going against trolls who've been disrespecting us, opposed to the trolls who are actually doing anything and harming our community. So why do you have so much affection for the trolls who perpetuate anti-blackness opposed to us who are just defending ourselves as we have the right to do? That's my question to you.
First off, I don't think I've offended you or said anything wrong to you, and
Well,
you
I didn't
muted
say that
me.
you offended me. I never said that you offended me. I said, why are you defending them? That's what I said. So you already got that wrong.
See, I understand it works for y'all just to be a-holes to people. I
But it
wasn't one
works.
to you.
It works to directly quote you. Yeah, that's what you do in life. Somebody says something and then you repeat what they said. You're quoting them. So we never said that you offended us. You don't have the power to offend me. I'm wondering why you have so much affection and are defending the trolls who are coming in here with anti-blackness. It seems like when you have a door of anti-blackness versus black people in self-defense, you go through the anti-black door. And I'm only basing that off of your own demonstrations of behavior, Tommy.
By your own logic, there was nothing that said I was having so much affection. So if you didn't like hearing offended, then probably you shouldn't say so much affection and caping and cooning. You wouldn't do that, but it's okay to do
No,
it.
by my own logic, you came in here defending everybody else, talking about what mayo really means. You said mayo means white. This is what you're talking about. You said, how can y'all say mayo and white ain't the same? So, yes, by your own logic, you're defending them. Literally, in the first sentence that you spoke, you started caping for white people verbatim by name.
Actually, if you look it up in the dictionary, mayo is a slang for white people. It also is a slang for drugs, and we also know it's short for mayonnaise. Let's keep it moving.
And now you're trying to tell everybody who just heard it 2 minutes ago you didn't do it. You're being falsified, Tommy. You're being falsified. Now, that may work with the people that you tap dance for, but that doesn't work over here on this side of the fence. Okay. So just admit that you're caping for them and you're trying to stop us from defending ourselves from anti blackness because it sounds like you want anti blackness to continue. And I'm only, again, basing this off of your demonstrations of behavior that over 200 people have just heard right now. So you're not going to change history. If you want to change history, change 10, 3, 4, 5 years ago. Don't change 2 minutes ago, Tommy. You're better than that. Now go ahead.
Now, as you guys hear, he gets to talk and run long sentences, then mute me. He says things I didn't say, then keeps talking.
No,
like
you
that.
said things that I didn't say. So I'm
I'm
only
not gonna
correcting you.
keep
Now,
doing this.
if you don't want to be muted, make sure that you quote me directly the same way I quoted you directly. I quote you by what you said. You're making up quotes by somebody who didn't say that at all. So that's the only difference. And yes, everybody's hearing me, and I believe they all agree with me as well. Put up some 100s in here if y'all agree with me, because it's clear Tommy said that he wanted to defend them white folks, and he's mad at me because we're practicing self-defense against them. Now, without misquoting me and getting mad when I directly quote you, again, what is your issues with what we've been saying? Because nobody mentioned Tommy at all. Tommy came in here defending white people.
Hold on, black.
No,
No,
ho. We
black.
want Tommy to answer that.
Dude is recording this, bro. Are you recording us, Tommy? Tommy, are you recording us?
Tommy, take off
Thomas,
the wire.
are you
Just like
recording
you're
us on your
recording it. It
page?
says record on the
That
thing.
coon in a
Y'all
Motel
are going to
6
sit
tap
here and
dance
lie.
for.
I want people to see how y'all act.
Okay, good.
While you're muting me, I let people see what you're
I
doing.
got that. And good. I want them to hear.
And if you guys look on the right side, there's a red mute button that says muted by host. Just keep paying attention. When Tommy starts talking, just pay attention to the far right. There's a microphone, and then you'll see it'll highlight, it'll go red, and you'll see that it'll say muted by host. When they mute him, it would say muted by host, and they keep doing it the whole time.
Here, so they can all see how disingenuous you've been, and they can see how much affection you have. This is documented. The cameras is rolling. We ain't got nothing to hide. We only here to ride. So okay, he can record it. He's got his little agent thing on, red team go in his ear. That's all good. Go ahead though, Tommy. You can speak. The floor is yours.
It gets irritating to keep on having to unmute myself just to speak, but yeah, y'all don't have to do that when y'all are talking. I don't
No, because I'm
talk through
the course.
y'all.
The host has privileges, brother. But
No,
go
I hear
ahead.
you. I hear you, but I don't talk through y'all. I don't just keep talking. A conversation does not need to be had where one gets carte blanche to speak
Okay. Okay.
unstopped
This
while the
is
other
not a
one keeps getting
conversation.
stopped.
This is dialogue. This is dialogue. So
It's
go
not
ahead.
dialogue when you keep muting me. It literally
It's
isn't.
what I said it was. So go ahead. And I'm not
Well,
muting
as
you,
long
and
as
you're
you say
wasting
it's
time. So go ahead. I'm not
well,
muting
no,
you now. And
this is the
getting
first
upset.
time you haven't, as I've let people see
Okay,
it.
good. Well,
I haven't
enjoy
said
the first
anything wrong.
time and ride with the first time, Tommy. So go ahead. So enjoy it.
What everybody heard what I said. I didn't say anything about I'm defending white people. I said I don't like it when anyone does it. I don't like it when they do it. When they have a black person over and they try to make monkey noises or act stupid with the white person, it ain't funny either. It doesn't make sense. Nobody ever gets to hear the other person when all they do is bring a person up to clown, mute, and then mischaracterize what they said. Maybe they would have an actual conversation if they heard each other out. Right, wrong, or indifferent. That is exactly what I said before you claimed I was taking up for whites.
Okay, now, first off, everything you just said was wrong. Second off, everything you just said was wrong. I don't see you in these spaces with these white supremacists all day long who disrespect foundational black.
And that lets you know right there that they are not trying to have a real conversation. First off, everything you said was wrong. Second, everything you said was wrong. It's unless you agree with everything these FBA say, then everything you say is gonna be wrong, pretty much.
Americans are just black people in general. How
I've been
come
in
you don't go
one.
into their
I've been
space?
in two of them.
Okay, well,
Two
I
of them
haven't
I
seen
did, and
it,
they
and
got
you're
mad.
not. I haven't
Yes,
seen it,
and you
so
haven't seen a
we're
lot
gonna
of
take.
things. You ain't seen my
Yeah,
girl.
exactly.
You ain't
Yes,
seen
and
my
I
car.
haven't
You
seen
ain't
it.
seen my
Yes,
house. You
and
ain't
I
seen a lot
haven't
of
seen
things.
you speak the truth either. So that's another thing. Now I had to mute you because I allowed you to talk. You stopped, and then I continued, and then now you cut me off. So everybody, I
I
want you
cut
to
him
see
off.
how he was getting upset with me cutting him off. But as soon as I allowed him to speak, then he cuts me off.
I
So
didn't
all of that
cut
again
him
was
off.
falsified. But that's right.
How do you allow somebody to speak and then they cut you off? Now, in his own words, he just said, I allowed you to speak and then you cut me off. That cannot happen. If you allow somebody to speak, you are allowing them to speak. They cannot cut you off. Because, you see, this is some bullshit already. But let's keep it moving because they just muted him again.
Up your alley now, ain't it there? We don't see
I
you with the
didn't
same
cut
type
him
of
off.
energy. And we are very energetic people. We don't see you with the same energy going in supremacist spaces. And by the way, the fact that you're trying to draw some fake correlation between what they do to us and what we do when we defend ourselves, that's another falsehood. If you want to go see a space where Black Americans are practicing some type of racism, it's
Well,
few and
I'm
far
black.
between, and we denounce those. Now, if you want to see white supremacy in action, you can see that from day till tomorrow, 24 hours. They always have them. And I don't see you in those spaces. I see you wasting energy and coming into our spaces so you can jump in front of the work that we're giving to all of these white supremacists. So your issue is really not with white supremacy, it's with people who fight against white supremacy. And then you said, your direct quote, well, you never heard me say that I'm defending white people. No, you just put it in a sentence using other words. All right. So that's what you did. So you didn't come out and say, hey, I'm defending them. You just said, why are y'all being mean to them? Why y'all got to talk to them like that? So we understand that. And I learned that in first grade. You don't actually have to use the term defend to be defending. The same way you haven't used affection, but you have a lot of affection for them. Everything about the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you act is clearly signs of somebody who has an affinity of affection for white supremacy. And it sounds like you want anti-blackness to continue. You do not come across as somebody who wants to stop anti-blackness. You come across as somebody who wants to continue it. And we all know that based upon your words and your actions. And now your words and your actions are not adding up. So again, I'm going to allow you to speak and I will let you talk. And you don't want me to cut you off, then do not cut me off and then complain. We are civil people here and we actually practice true civility. And I want you to express the same. Go ahead.
I literally did not cut him off, and I did not come in here with any kind of energy. My voice has been the same. Lastly, and since you can say that, then I would be able to say by the way that you're talking, the way you're acting, you're upset by what I've done or said or me, period. Because just like you can say I have affection, even though you don't say affection, and just like you can defend, even though you don't defend, I can go by what you're doing. Well, I can go by how you're acting that you're upset with me. And I'm sorry whatever I did to upset you. I don't know you. I just walked in, heard these conversations, and thought, unless that white guy's a white supremacist, and maybe I missed that part. Because you just called him a white supremacist and said it seems like I'm protecting the white supremacist. So tell me, what did he do to show he was a white supremacist? I missed it.
Well, what he did to show me that he was a white supremacist is that he regurgitated plenty of white supremacist talking points that we see all the time. See, unlike you, we are masters at identifying white supremacy because we fight it. Those people who fight white supremacy understand white supremacy.
So help
Those
me
people
understand
like
it.
you. So I'm talking. You said you weren't gonna cut off now. Don't complain. See,
It's
I
not
want y'all
cut
to
off. I
notice.
thought we were having a
He's about to cut me
discussion.
off. He's about
Jesus
to cut me off
Christ.
now. Slow down. Again, as I speak, those people like you who show clear signs of white supremacist sympathizing, you may not understand their tactics. We do. We are clear with the way they behave, their talking points. We see them all the time. We've seen them all of our lives. So I question how old are you, brother? Go ahead, Tommy. How old are you? Put the wire down and tell me how old you are.
First off, you keep muting me. So when I'm talking,
You're
I'm
not
muted.
muted, brother. I did not hit you.
Yes, I was. Everybody saw it. Y'all, he said he didn't mute me. It was red. Y'all saw it. I was up here
No,
talking,
no,
and it
no,
literally
no.
was red. This is
No,
crazy. I'm not going to play that game with
I
you.
got it. I
They
got it.
can
I got it,
see
sir.
it. They
I got it.
saw it. You
How old are
lying
you,
now.
Tommy?
So no, I'm gonna let
Nah,
you go
you
because you're gonna sit
deflecting.
there and lie
How
on me.
old are
So
you?
just keep talking.
How old are
I'm
you?
old
Come on,
enough.
answer the question.
I got great grandkids.
How old
I'm
are you,
ashamed
Tommy?
of my age. I don't like telling people I don't know my age. I'm
Okay,
pretty
fine, fair
old
enough.
though.
So this family, somebody who don't want to tell their age and apparently is a grown man, apparently they got a lot of other things to hide. Let me tell you guys this, and this is something I'm going to teach you in the same process, Tommy. And for everybody that you're playing this to, because I know you're recording, let them hear this and let this be word to the wise. People who protect white supremacy are the ones who pretend they don't understand white supremacy. They have to do these type of tactics because they want to hide how they truly feel about their white mommy and zaddy. And that's exactly how you are acting right now, Tommy. Now, if you don't like being designated with this type of characteristic, then perhaps you should display it. So you say, what do you do or what have you done that makes us feel this way?
That
It's
ain't
the
what I
fact
asked.
that you, one, you can't identify supremacy, and two, you said, what did the white
Y'all know
supremacist
I did not
come in
ask
here and
that.
do?
He's a
He
lot
did the same
again.
thing that all of them do. Have you seen one white supremacist? You've seen them all. And every black man and woman in this space has been able to identify white supremacy since they were in grade school. We have a long time. Now, you may not want to give your age, but for all of us who are old enough, we've seen it since we were children. And I have a hard time believing that you've seen it that long and you still act like you can't get it. The last guy who spoke, who clearly displayed signs of white supremacy, this man put it clear for us to see, and you didn't see that, or
Is it
you
messing
didn't
up
see
or
it
is
and you
mine
don't want
messing
to
up? Is the
admit
whole
it.
thing
That's
messing
my
up?
question to you.
Well, again, you get to make all of these comments about me, and I got to sit here and listen. If I did the same thing, you wouldn't sit here and listen. But it's fine, because that's the way this is supposed to
Well,
be a normal civil. Yes, you get to talk crap about
like
people.
you're on my stage, so
I know you get to
so I'm not
to
talking
talk
crap.
crap
See,
about.
that right there is a tactic of
Oh,
supremacy.
never mind.
That's a tactic of
You
supremacy.
win.
You're trying to
You win.
criminalize and vilify me. It's what you're trying to do. I thought you said I was getting frustrated and angry and upset. Sounds like you are right now. You're smiling right now. I'm laughing. I got a couple people in my house right now. They're smiling too. So
Notice he keeps
why are
using
you
words I
getting
didn't
so
use, and
upset?
he doesn't say that he misquotes
So
me, and it's
you
okay. He misquotes me, and it's
bro,
okay.
what's off your
I
phone
never
is
said
breaking
he
up.
was.
Yeah, why is not that Chinese wiretap again?
Boy, I'm telling you right now, boy.
So he's having to reboot it because, as you can tell, sometimes in these spaces, the
Goddamn red team go, red team
volume
go.
starts
Listening,
acting up.
listen. This is how it is, Tommy. Okay. Now he's dropping off. Everybody. He's running. He fleeing. He fleeing back to.
Don't run, Buck Dancer. Get back up here. Don't
Don't
run,
run,
punk.
I
Buck
want you to
Dancer.
get your
Get back
tether
up here.
broadband together so we can have this
Let
conversation.
me
Don't
let me say
run,
this.
Buck
Then.
Dancer. Get back up
I
here.
want to ask
Listen
you,
to him.
Tommy, don't run.
This Black Alpha Smoke. I stand on 10 for this lineage, heritage, and culture. So, Tommy, let's be real. It says that you back now. I don't know if you are or not, but listen. The fact that you come in here getting upset and then try to say I'm upset, everybody can hear I'm far more calm than you. The fact that you're trying to say that wasn't white supremacy by the last speaker, everybody clearly heard it, and the ones before it. And we've been in this space for quite some time, and there's been a multitude of white supremacist speakers, and every single one of them had clear characteristics of it. And you've been saying for the last 5 hours that they weren't. Every supremacist who came in here regurgitating white supremacist talking points, you defended them and you pretended you didn't understand what they were saying, but you somehow got x-ray vision on what we doing. How can you have x-ray vision over here, but you're blind over here? And how come all of your affection always leans to the side of whiteness and always is against the side of blackness? That's my question to you, Tommy, and I believe I made them very clear.
Well, I have never been able to tell you what you always do because I don't know you. And I wasn't here for 5 hours. I was at Chop's Lobster Bar for the last 4.5 watching the basketball game.
I
And
had
when
you on my
came in
chat
here,
for dates 5 hours ago, brother. It's in the chat, the timestamp.
guys, have I
bro.
been on here 5 hours? I will literally, I
You
will show
haven't
the
been on here
camera.
5 hours,
I
but
will,
5
you
hours
said
ago
I've
you
been
left a
here.
comment
You
in this
said
chat,
I've been
brother.
here for 5 hours is what you said. But again,
No,
he
no, no.
gets to
Okay,
keep
now you
talking.
hear what I'm saying now.
That is
And I'm
literally
telling
what
you
you
that it's
said.
timestamped 5 hours ago.
He said I've been here for 5 hours is what he
Okay,
said.
now y'all notice how Tommy does not want to acknowledge that it's timestamped.
I just told you where I
Trying
was.
to talk over somebody because you don't want to answer a question in which you're clearly guilty
Y'all,
of.
these
You
people
just
are
lie to the people,
childish.
Tommy. And the old boys ain't gonna save you neither.
So Tommy dropped a comment 5 hours ago, left, went and got something to eat, and came back. And this guy is trying to say that Tommy's been in there for 5 hours listening. That's where this is going. But Alpha is trying to walk it back.
Okay, it's timestamped. That you said these folks is lame. They say the same thing about white people overs and overs again. That's timestamped 5 hours ago. Are you telling me that you didn't write it? Was it some type of mysterious Tommy, or was it really the real Tommy? Was it a counterfeit Tommy, or was it you? You got the authentic stamp on your page. Was it coming from this account or somewhere else? Because it is timestamped that you said this 5 hours ago. So for 5 hours, with every supremacist who came in here, you're telling us that it wasn't you?
Again,
Why
he
is
says 4 or 5
Hold on,
hours. You've been doing this for
everybody stay locked in.
okay. Even
Like,
when he
me and
stops,
Tom.
I can't talk. Even when he stops, I can't talk. I did not
No,
cut
I'm
him
telling
off.
everybody to stop so me and you can talk, brother. See, I'm over here doing you silent. You don't even realize
It's
it. I guess the
crazy.
same way you don't realize supremacy when you see it. Okay, you just ain't realizing nothing today.
No, he's
But I
not
hope
going
you
to allow
realize
me
this
to answer.
lesson.
He's just
Go
running
ahead.
his mouth. He's just talking. These niggas are weird. That you would want to do that to an adult. Again, you have a person who underneath my comment said, "Where did you go?" Because I started off 5 hours ago. I had clicked on and saw this. I jumped off right afterwards, and somebody underneath me saw it. I then went to Chop's Lobster Bar here in Atlanta to watch the game. After the game, I came back. So I couldn't have been here for 5 hours defending
Tommy,
whites.
I didn't ask you what you had for lunch.
You
I'm not
told me I was defending whites for 5 hours. All I did was
Well,
clear
what does
that
that
up.
have to do with what you had for
I
lunch,
cleared
Tommy?
it up that I wasn't doing it. I couldn't have been doing it
Okay,
because I
you
wasn't
can
here.
clear it up by simply saying I didn't say that
I
5 hours.
did.
And Tommy never said what he ate for lunch. He just said where he went for lunch. And that was it. These motherfuckers don't listen.
Say
I
it.
went to lobster and shrimp.
Y'all
had
hear
some
this? I
cocktail
did
sauce,
say that.
and
I
also
said
had some
that plain.
chopsticks.
I said that plainly to him, and he kept on repeating himself.
Why
I
do you
said
keep
it
saying
plainly to him.
Are you talking to your people right now?
Yes,
Him,
I
you're talking
am,
to
because
him.
they see what you're
Okay.
doing.
Yeah, they do, and so does everybody on my side. And my side is the real
people who
side.
agree with
Okay, and I
childish
guarantee you,
tactics.
all my brothers and sisters right here in this space,
Yes,
they're
people who
stronger than the
agree with
focus you
being
have.
childish thinks this is funny. They enjoy this. It
He's
would be
saying
like
he's
if I went to
being
a horror club.
honest, and he's talking about being childish. He wouldn't give me his age, and then he told me what he had
I'm
for lunch. Family, did
childish
you
because
hear
I
when you
wouldn't
ask
tell him
somebody
my
why they're
age.
so affectionate to white supremacy? Their response is what they had for lunch. And you notice, family,
I'm
that he's trying to
childish
make it
because I
look like
wouldn't
I said
tell
he was
him
in
my
the
age when I
space
said
for
I'm
5
old, and
hours
I'm so
straight.
old
Tommy,
that I'm
maybe you
ashamed.
did go have you some chicken chow mein at the Chinese food restaurant. But 5 hours ago, you made a comment mad at my brothers and sisters who were running that white supremacist out of this space because they were being very disrespectful. So don't make it look like everybody saying you were here for 5 hours straight. What we're saying is 5 hours ago.
No, in the beginning you said that he was there 5 hours straight. Tommy said that I dropped a message 5 hours ago. Now he's, like I said, he's trying to walk it back now. He's trying to walk it back because earlier he said, Tommy, you was in here for 5 hours.
Oh, you were defending them the same way you're defending them now. Your tactics of
there's no we saying this. It's
subterfuge and
him.
deception are not working. I've seen all this before, Tommy. Okay, so again, without you mentioning, because I got to break it down to you, Tommy, because you want to tell me what you had for breakfast. I don't care about your cornflakes or your Fruit Loops, brother. When it comes down to you saying something 5 hours ago defending a white supremacist, whether you were in the space the whole time or not, did you or did you not defend white supremacists 5 hours ago who were in this space, or who I say we believe was a white supremacist? Yes or no? Go ahead.
When I wrote that comment, I listened to people name called just like what you're doing to me. It didn't matter what the color was. I think this is childish. You keep doing it. I don't care who does it. I think it's childish. I think it's silly, but I can't stop you from liking it. There's a lot of things I don't like on TV. Don't mean that other people don't like it. Like how you just stood up there and said, we all said. No, y'all all didn't. That was what you said. You said I was here for 5 hours. No one else said this. It was just you.
Actually, my brother Church just came in and he said it as well, so I can actually account for somebody else said it.
Oh,
and everybody can just go look at the timestamp. Go look at the timestamp right now, and then you can see that Tommy was in there. And by the way, again, noticing how Tommy here is trying to speak about defending the rights of humanity, and he's talking about morals and ethics. Notice that he has more energy about correcting our moral, ethical behavior opposed to the white supremacists who came in here earlier and truly, literally called us all the N-word. Did you miss that part, Tommy?
Yes, I would have if like I said, I wasn't here for 5 hours. I literally told you what I heard,
Tommy.
and I will tell you exactly what I heard when I left. I don't understand this. If you went in a party and you walked out of the party,
not make broad blanket statements talking about what we've done wrong, because maybe what we were saying about these people is justified because they called us the N-word.
That guy did not.
Do you not want us to defend ourselves based upon someone calling the N-word? Because that's how it's coming across, brother. It sounds like you're running interference and you're providing a human shield for the supremacists. What any logical, intelligent person would do, and I'm not saying that you're those, because I know you get upset,
Who talks that long?
What any logical, intelligent person would do, brother, is that they would say, perhaps there were some supremacists who came in your space. Maybe they did call you the N-word, and that's why you guys were saying the things that you heard. So you're telling us that you said something 5 hours ago, went out to have you some Chinese food, watched the basketball game, came home, and then heard us again, but you missed everything in between. So you're making an unqualified statement because you didn't even see the context and where we were coming from. Tommy, I can't do all the teaching and all the reaching, but we in here preaching. So perhaps you need to apologize for all of my brothers and sisters who have been here and have heard the things that you openly said you missed. You're coming and trying to give us 100% of the situation when you only got 2% of the story.
So he overtalks you, talks for 10 minutes. Then he tells you to come back after he says 8 things. He keeps saying Chinese food after he told me what I ate wasn't important when I never said I ate Chinese food. But now he's going to keep repeating it. So I can't say what I ate, but he can.
Goddamn.
This nigga still babbling, man. Goddamn.
Hey, Tommy, just address the situation. Forget everything else.
How about you ask him to stop saying 19 things and then tell him
everybody is between me and Tommy. Everybody stay on their mic. Me and Tommy are talking. Everybody stay on. Go ahead. I asked you, you said I asked you 8 questions. Okay, then that means you got 8 different opportunities to answer them, and you ain't gave me one.
I did answer one. You kept lying about what I ate.
Okay,
maybe
cool.
you should stop saying it.
Then give me 2.
Like you told me to stop talking about what I ate. You should stop talking about what I ate. Wouldn't that be fair? No, I'm asking you, would that be fair? You told me to stop talking about what I ate, so you should stop it as well. Wouldn't that be fair?
No, it's only fair for me to answer what you said, and I only brought up you bringing up you had for lunch. I only
no, you said it several times. You keep repeating it. I never said I ate Chinese food.
So it quite frankly was only a side cast character in this movie called you defending white supremacy, brother. So yes, don't focus on the sidebar. Focus on the main thing. Go ahead, brother.
You told me earlier you cut me off whenever I misquote you, so I should be able to cut you off whenever you say what I ate when I didn't say I ate Chinese food. And you said maybe if you don't want to get cut off, maybe you'll stop misquoting people. These are your words. So maybe you should
Absolutely,
live by
brother.
the same rule.
I definitely said that.
Live by the same rule is all I asked. That's all I asked.
No,
So when
but
you
here's
ask
the thing. Here's the thing, brother. When I
it is
cut
the
you
same
off,
rule.
it's because here's the thing. Okay, now
So
I'm
there's a
saying
good reason.
when I cut you off, it was in correlation
I
with
just
what
asked
we're
you to
talking
stop
about.
misquoting me is all I asked. That would
Brother,
be
you've been
fair.
misquoting me
Anybody.
the whole time, and then you
So you're
actually
gonna
got
just
upset
use
because
the
we were quoting
excuse
the
of
supremacy.
so that's an excuse, it
No,
sounds like. I just
no,
asked, can
there's
you
no
stop
excuses.
misquoting
There's
me?
reasons, brother.
So I
And
asked
here's
you,
the thing. I
can
want
you
y'all to notice
stop
how Tommy is more
misquoting
focused
me?
on who cut who off, because that's a tactic
I
of
didn't
somebody
say
who
who
doesn't
cut
want
who
to answer
off.
the
I said
question in which
stop
I've presented to
misquoting me.
Tommy multitude of times. 10 to be exact. Tommy,
See,
why haven't you gave the people a reason why you have been so affectionate towards white supremacy and you're getting upset because we called out someone who used the N-word? The lunch thing, that's cool, that's cute, that lasted a nice little minute. And remember, I only brought that up because you brought that up, and I brought that up because you were trying to use that as an excuse. So in essence, I
No.
stripped that excuse away from you. But if you want to
Why
talk
keep
about what you
repeating
have for
it?
lunch, fine, it's cool. Right now, I want people and all the good folks listening to notice how Tommy still hasn't answered the question about why he made a statement defending the white supremacists who called us the N-word. That's all we want to hear from you, Tommy. Go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, if he wanted to have a real conversation with me, he wouldn't say 19 things, then say, let me ask you a question. He just asked me a question, just like I do him. Nobody tries to insult
You're
people
not
and
answering,
then ask a
brother.
question.
You're not answering them, Tommy.
Okay,
Tommy,
the
answer the
answer is
question.
simple. The answer is simple. When I
Okay.
heard what I heard, he did not call y'all a word. That's why you told me there were other people who did. He didn't. If someone didn't slap you and I saw you punch them, you can't tell me later, well, other people were punching us or slapping us. That's why I punched them. Well, I didn't see that. I didn't hear that guy when I made that comment, did not make one negative comment about blacks. He didn't say one thing, just like the last guy when I came up here. He did not say one racist thing. Y'all got that white boy to keep on apologizing 1,000 times, and he didn't say one thing out of line.
Then, Tommy, why did he apologize to me then? I want everybody to notice that Tommy just said, why did we make the white guy apologize when he said nothing wrong? Everybody listening, didn't the Colin guy apologize and admit that he said something wrong? I want y'all to see how Tommy just defended a guy and said he said nothing wrong when the person himself said he said something wrong. Y'all all heard it. Cameras was rolling. Tommy, you're defending a guy saying he said nothing wrong when he himself admitted that he did. This level of caping for supremacists is out of control, brother. The man admitted it. He said, I'm sorry for what I said. You're correct. And I said, okay, move on. I accepted his apology. And you're now saying that he shouldn't have apologized. How can you say that the man shouldn't apologize when he felt that he should himself, Tommy? That's false. Now, I'm not even going to ask you a question because I understand the questions, they're difficult for you to answer.
Wow,
you can't
look
sit
at
still.
this.
So go ahead with your dialogue.
Again, what the white boy did was this. If you're talking to someone, and many of you men know what it's like, if you're talking to your mama or you're talking to your girl or maybe somebody who's trying to fight, when they keep making you say it's a problem and you're like, I didn't do that, just like he's doing to me. I didn't do this stuff. It is crazy that an individual will not hold a conversation with you or will not stop muting you without saying things you didn't say during the mute and then telling you if you say anything different, they'll mute you again. The white boy literally asked, he said, why do you keep doing this to me? You won't even let me answer. The man apologized for what? Here's what he apologized for. He said, I didn't understand that you see that as that's what I was doing, but it isn't. I'm telling you, he kept...
Hold on, sir. Hold. And you believe that, Tommy? How come you believe him but not me?
Sir, I would believe both of you if you tried to talk to each other because I know
didn't
you
say what you would. I'm saying why didn't.
Sir, when you're
What
saying, wait a minute, what did I
happen?
say I didn't believe what you said? Name the thing I said I didn't believe what you said.
Well, the fact that you're pushing back on the way we treated him and you're saying that the apology in which
That's what
I
I'm
asked for
saying.
him
I
was
didn't
unwarranted.
say. I didn't say. What you
So
just
you're
said,
saying that my
all you would
apology
have
that I
said,
asked for was warranted.
hold
So
on.
you're saying that the apology, no, ain't no hold on. You're saying that the apology that I asked for was warranted or not?
What you said to him.
No. I asked you a question, brother.
No,
answer it.
It wasn't because you lied, just like you're doing to me.
So you don't
you're
agree
literally
with both.
lying. That's not an agree. You're lying. I'm hearing it. That has nothing to do with you
you're
told the
lying.
story and I
you're
didn't
getting
agree with. So Tommy's supposed to agree with a lie.
is what he's saying. Since Tommy doesn't agree with the lie, then Tommy's wrong. That's exactly what Alpha's saying.
That I am exposing your lies. Let me tell you something, family.
What?
These individuals have a tactic of accusing their accuser. And this is exactly what he's doing. He's trying to say that I'm lying. In essence, it's because he doesn't want to go along with what I said.
I can
And in
tell
this
you
whole
how
story
he's
that
lying.
he's saying, let me tell you who's on the outside. Me and the white guy both admitted that the white guy should
Yeah,
have gave
y'all
me an
see, he
apology.
keeps muting me.
Tommy is the only one who's saying that there should have been no apology. So, Dan, you're disagreeing with me and the suspected white supremacist. And notice again, Tommy always leans towards us. Notice that his aggression is more towards us. Notice that his vitriol is more towards us. He's
Yeah, he
doing
tried to
all
sound
of
like
this
Tyreek.
caping for the white supremacist society,
of
but
this
he
caping
hasn't
for the
gave
white
us
supremacists.
one legitimate reason why we should not have called that person a suspected white supremacist. And apparently, even the suspected white supremacist felt that he was out of line and out of pocket. When it comes to us, y'all shouldn't have said it. I didn't hear it. It's wrong. When it comes to the supremacists, it's, well, you know, maybe he needs to just learn because he didn't understand. No, Tommy, you don't understand. You don't understand what it's like to have a backbone. You don't understand what it's like to actually stand on business. You don't understand what it's like to accept the truth, to acknowledge the truth, to identify with the truth. Everybody in here heard it. And the fact that he's trying to tell over 200 people that we did not hear these suspected white supremacist racial tropes to us as if we can't get it, that right there is another lie that Tommy's telling. So trying to project your lies onto me is not working. It will never work. And you have to do better. Go ahead, Tommy. Tell me how I was so mean to you and I cut you off while everybody here heard you do the same exact thing. But I'm not getting upset about it.
This man just said 8 things. Then he's impressed by over 200 with the 2,000 watching us over on this end. But that's okay.
Okay,
Then he
family, then
impressed.
go ahead and answer. Then answer.
What do you mean? You
giving all these
again? I
nuances.
asked you
He
nicely,
said
sir.
18
Stop
things.
saying
He said
19
52 and a
things and
half.
just
Then
talk
go
to me,
ahead
and you
answer
can't.
52 and a half, Tommy.
This
You're
suspected
getting upset
homosexual
here,
will
brother.
not stop
You're
talking the
getting
way
so
he's
mad
talking.
about
He
the
can't help
math.
himself.
You're getting so upset and angry. He said 59 things. He said 52 and a third. Well, then you got 52 and a third reasons to give me an answer, and you still haven't. If you focus more on what's being asked of you, opposed to deflections and projections, maybe you might be somewhere, and maybe you wouldn't be getting embarrassed in this conversation by Black Alpha Network certified. So again, without projecting onto me and talking about me, I want you to answer the question on why you are defending suspected white supremacists and trying to dilute the fact that they've been using racial tropes against us for 5 hours, and you are defending them. It's shameful, brother, that you are defending white supremacy this bad based on the fact of you don't want us coming after your mommy and daddy. That's really what it's about. And I know how you feel about black women. So somebody who has all these qualms, quarrels, and quirks towards black women, and they're defending a white boy, isn't that enough for disqualification, family? I think so. And I'm talking to the thousands on my side. Go ahead. And don't talk about me, Tommy. Notice when I'm talking about you, I'm speaking on things that are factual. When you talking about me, you just projected. So without the projection, without the deflection, without the lying, without the twisting and turning, again, since you like math and numbers, for the 100th time, why you got so much affection for white supremacy, and why are you so angry at us for running some white supremacists out of the room? Because you're clearly more upset with black self-defense than you are with white supremacist aggression. There you go.
He says he's embarrassing me when I'm making money off of him talking. He's not.
Yes, he said that you have an affection for white supremacy. Yes, I did. Yes, he
See,
said
you
that
again,
you
you
are
said.
being spineless. Yes, he said that you are being shameful. Yes, I said it. Damn right I said it. Whatever they said, I said it. And I still need you to answer the questions that have been asked instead of tap dancing. I'll buy you some new tap dance shoes later on, but I need you to go ahead and answer why, when it comes to white supremacy, you are defending a white boy who didn't even defend himself. He defending the white boy more than the white boy.
He says
And yet you get
100
mad at black
things,
Americans.
and then I say 3 words,
Yeah,
he mutes
you
me.
said, yep, 3 words. Okay. Well, that's what happens when you the host. Remember, you
I
came on
know,
my
you
stage.
can, and I
All
don't
right,
mind.
good.
Hey,
Well,
keep doing
then
it.
quit
I'm
complaining
getting
about it.
paid off
Okay.
you. I'm just
People
watching you
in
do
hell
it.
want ice water. You're going to live and learn. Okay. So again, don't come in this house the certified house, and they get mad when we tell you to take your shoes off at the door. So quit complaining about me and answer the question, and you will not be asked the question again. Because if you deny answering this question, then I'm going to take that as confirmation that you love white people. So go ahead, Tommy. I need to know.
He's talking, I'm making money. Whatever he says, I'm agreeing with it. I'm making money off him right now. Keep going.
There you go,
making a fool of
family.
yourself.
He can't answer it. So, family, Tommy just admitted that he is making money loving white people. So you see why he came into this space upset. You see why he's been running interference. You see why he's scared to answer simple questions. We have it identified as if we didn't already, because people seeing you coming from a mile away, Tommy. So make your money tap dancing, all right? All $2.52. And we're going to be out here riling up and being certified and understanding that when it comes down to white supremacy, you're going to have those who are certified and those who are counterfeit. You are on the counterfeit side. You're going to have those who love being black, then you're going to have those who hate being black. You're going to have those who love white supremacy more than white supremacy loves itself. In other words, you're going to have Black Alpha, and then you're going to have Tommy, and Tommy's on the tap dancing side. Let me send this to my brother EJ. Go ahead, family.
You can go to somebody else. I do want to hear what Jay Tiger got to say, because
No. Jay Tiger gonna have to wait. Jay Tiger gonna have to wait. Go ahead, EJ.
What you can go to Coon Killer. I'll wait, because I'm still just trying to analyze, all the biscuit crumbs on my floor. I got to use my vacuum cleaner to make sure everything's clean before I start talking to the family.
Go ahead and do that, family. Get the bamboo cigarettes too. Sage, go ahead.
These niggas are childish. This is the most ridiculous shit I've ever seen. The adults will all talk like this, and Tariq has created.
Sage, the floor is yours. You want the smoke, family?
A whole bunch of people who act like this, who talk like this.
Rock.
Yes, sir. My whole thing is this, Alpha. Why the hell can't any of these people answer the direct questions that you ask them?
Is never a direct question.
Into this space? This is the problem that I have. Every time I turn around, one of these coon tap dancing, slide across the floor, ass shucking job ass dudes want to sit here and talk this nonsense, but yet they can't even answer the simplistic question that was asked of them. Everything has to become everything else other than the question that was posed to them at the time of them being here. And this is the problem. We have people like Tommy, who we know through his own interactions with black people, is anti-black. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. Tariq shows you love. He says, I feel like Tommy, he's a grifter. He's just trying to get that white money. You dig me? Okay, cool. If you're trying to get that white money, that's what it is. I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like your coattails are getting pulled back by your handler. You might have left a comment and then went to go watch a basketball game, but your handler was in here listening to everything that we was saying.
What?
Because you came back and you tried to make it seem like we've been doing this for 5 hours. So that means
Tommy has a handler now.
that you had someone who must have been listening for up to 5 hours.
This did not happen.
Tommy, I just asked, why in the hell can't you answer a simplistic question when it comes down to how you treat these same white supremacists, these napkin folks that you bend over
napkin folks.
To kiss their
Listen
asses.
to the names they give white people.
I want to know, what is the issue? Why can't you just answer the question?
Sir, I'll answer a question that's short, that doesn't have that long ass lead in. Maybe you should just ask a question like normal people do.
ADHD.
Y'all know I'm right. Y'all wouldn't want nobody to ask y'all questions like this either. So your pants are long and they should be short, and your hair is burned. Now,
that's the reason why.
Who talks like that? No one talks like this. Y'all know this is not normal.
No. That's basically what you just said. You literally just said, I will answer a question that isn't that long.
Yes, just if you ask me a question, I swear I'll answer it. Just ask me a direct question. Watch how it works. You ask me a question, I'll answer it. Watch.
Which means that you will read a book if it's only 3 pages.
This makes no sense what he just said.
Which means you will not read a book.
The book is not requiring me to respond. What you're saying is stupid.
Allow you to respond because when I'm leading into the question, you should be listening. You should be intuitive. You should be able to hear what I'm
Not when you're
asking you.
insulting me. Just ask me a question.
So look what you're doing.
Stop insulting me. Just ask a question. That's too much to ask.
What you're doing is showing your inability to actually listen.
You're right.
To the question in a whole. You want someone to get to the point. When the fact
How about stop insulting me? Just ask me a question. That's asking a simple thing. Y'all, he can't even agree to not insulting me.
You insulting yourself. Okay? You insulting yourself by everything that you just said about black women, black people in general. You insulting yourself by being in rooms and spaces with literal white supremacists kicking their ass.
I thought you didn't remember this.
Insult you. The universe already showed everyone your insult. Let's be very clear on that. Okay? My question to you is very simple and plain. Do you have a low attention span, or are you not able to answer questions that are given to you directly? It is very simple because it seems like
they don't just ask a question and just end
you said, oh, you just give me a question right away and then bounce it back to me. I don't have to do this bouncing back.
Then I don't have to answer it the way you want me to by that logic.
I can set up my question and then give you the question so you can answer it if you're capable of literally listening, comprehending the question, and then answering the question. Because everything that Black Alpha has been doing, he's been sitting there asking you questions left and right. Left and right, he's been asking you questions. And at no time were you able to answer the question, whether it was short form or long form. So let's be very quick, very 100 with it, very quick with it. Let's stop acting as if
listen how long this question is.
To what the hell you're saying, fam.
By his own logic, if he can ask his question as however he wants and make it as long as he wants, then I can do the same with my answer. By his own logic.
That's not okay. Here's a problem for you. You said by his own logic. I asked you a question. I did not ask you whether or not if you're going by his logic. I'm asking you, why can't you just directly answer the question if you have a direct answer for the question? Why does it have to go around everyone else, especially your napkin folk, before you answer a question?
Napkin folks? I just told you, and if you can't respect it, that's on you. If you ask me a direct question and you don't make any accusatory statements prior.
So basically what you're saying is, as long as the host is talking, I can talk as long as the host, is what you're saying, correct? When it's funny to me that you'll get into all these white supremacist chat rooms and we'll see those chats. We'll see those rooms. And they will treat you the same way they treat Amru Foodie. And you don't go off on them in the same manner. So why would you think that you can come in here and do the same thing?
I haven't went off on you, sir.
You didn't have to go off on me.
Wow.
So
he makes the accusation and then says I didn't do it.
You just came here trying to tell a bunch of the Black Alpha. That's the exact same thing that's going off on me.
Here's the thing. Tommy in the chat said, these niggas lame. That's what you said, Tommy. So you have been. And I know you don't like complete sentences. So you want it very quick. Tommy, why do you love white people more than you love yourself?
I love white people more than I love y'all niggas.
Oh, so there you go, fam. So Tommy calls us niggas the same way the white supremacists called us niggas. Y'all see right there exactly the type of time that Tommy on, fam. And we already knew that. So this is stamped, signed, sealed, and delivered. You dealing with a C-double-O-N, and that ain't no friend. This is one of them, I'm not going to admit what I just said. This is one of them, I'm not one of those folks. See, he lives in the world where he going to coon and not get called out on it. When he get called out on it, he going to cry. Okay, you going to coon, cry in the car. But either way, you still are cooning, brother. When you say that you love these folks more than you love yourself, and y'all niggas, notice y'all is speaking from a distance. So he's letting it be known. If it comes down to Chad, to Brad, to Karen, to Ken, he going with them 7 days a week and twice on Sundays. That right there is exactly what you expected from somebody like him. So All of the crying and all of the complaining, all the whining, all the projections and deflections, all of those have been disqualified, erased, deleted, and canceled. What this is really about is Tommy loves white people, and Tommy does not love black people, because Tommy is a non-foundational black American. So this is typical with the tetherisms and the tether energy. And instead of answering the question for the last 20 minutes, he said, well, you said this, that, and the other thing. The deflection games haven't worked. So we just got to the
If the
brass
deflection
tacks. The
game
brass
wouldn't
tacks
work,
is
then what they
that
do
when you
is
see a
stop doing
coon,
what I'm
point them
using
out.
to
And
deflect.
Tommy, everybody is pointing at, said, well, you said this, that, and the other thing.
Nefer,
The
don't worry, you
deflection
can
games haven't
Cash
worked.
App works.
So we just got to the brass tacks. The brass tacks is that when you
And
see
y'all
a
see, he
coon,
kicked me
point them
away.
out.
I'm muted
And
by the
Tommy,
host, and he kicked me
everybody
off.
is pointing at
He
your
kicked
ass
me off.
right now, and they're gonna point at you off the stage because your ass is a body cheer. Take all the cooning with you, bruh. Checkmate. There you go, family. Let's open this back up to the real ones. That is what you deal with when you're dealing with a coon.
So he muted me the whole time, then he kicked me.
This is what happens when you're dealing with a tap dancer. This is what happens when you're dealing with a smut. They're going to smut it up for the rest of their life, and then they're going to go off into zaddy heaven. That's what he's trying to go. He's trying to audition for zaddy heaven. So perhaps he can get him a Ken, because y'all know he don't want a Karen. He can get him a nice little Ken, and they can go away on a little Mayo vacation.
Yes, because of
We
course
know
I'm
what
gay
it is.
too.
We know what
I
time
love
it
whites
is.
and I'm
And
gay.
what he don't understand is that we have a PhD in regulating people who are off code, regulating coons, regulating off-branded folks. And that's all we do is put that on display. If you want to see somebody who ran from every single question, that was Tommy. You want to see somebody who was hiding, ducking, and dodging, that was Tommy. You want to see somebody who couldn't get a woman to save his life, that is Tommy. And if you want to see some people who are certified and don't take no shit, that is us, certified foundational black Americans. And all we do is win and add another one to that list. Check motherfucking mate. Let's keep the hands flowing and going, y'all. I love doing this G-checking with everybody. That's another
They
one down.
literally are
We're
speaking
going to
like
continue
Tyreek.
to do
They're
it.
just repeating
Memorial
what
Day
Tyreek
weekend
says.
just got all the way turned up to the maximum, sponsored by the family, y'all. This is what happens when we get together. Plantations don't just burn down. Tommy gets to jumping fences and running. There you go.
I
There it
ran,
is.
but
That's how we
whoa.
operate. Let's go. FBA1, go ahead. It's all on you.
Yeah, they saying Tommy ran, but they kicked him off.
It's crazy in here, but I love it. I just was trying to figure out, like, did nobody decipher? He really is like using Mayo people's tactics. He dipped, dodged, and tried his best, but he never confronted the question. And I was just wondering, like, why are you dodging the question? Like, I never figured that out. Like, I listened to all he said, and not one time did he answer the question. But every single time, it was always some Mayo babble about this,
Mayo
that, and the
babble.
third. That's all. I
Mayo
land there.
babble.
Appreciate you, family. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. This man DMing me right now. He said I ran, but y'all kicked me off.
I have
We just
not
kicked you off
DM'd
after you
him
was
at all.
already
Y'all
running.
see exactly what I'm
He got
doing.
some Nikes in
Listen to
between
him
his shoulder
lying.
blades. There you go.
Now he
Let's
lying.
keep it on going. I got my brother. I
Now
believe this is
he's
my brother right
lying,
here. Go ahead, COON Killer. It's
that
on you.
I am DMing
Certified
him.
salute, Black Alpha, Brother Sage, Church of Black Power. Man, packing these Mayo babblers and
Right, that's not a DM. He's putting it in the chat. That's not that's not a DM.
tether coon babblers up out of here,
They
man.
keep repeating
Look,
themselves.
what we were trying to do was prevent another Dylan Roof situation. You see, you come in here, these white supremacists try to come in here and try to act like everything's, oh no, dude, I'm only 24. Like I'm trying to come coming to pray with you guys. I'm just trying
Thank
to
you,
come
Black
and hold
Manta.
your hand. And the next thing you know, the fucking AK-47 is gunning us all down because we fell for the shit. White supremacists, him fully said it takes every side of the argument, but he's taking every velocity of depth of every angle of the situation in the room. He ain't gonna let you breathe. I'm gonna be the victim, the victimizer, and everything. And then Tommy's gonna come in and do his rendition of a white woman. And I know you guys are, but what am I? You said I said this. You said, damn, look at Tommy's photo, y'all. Just look at his damn profile picture. He looks like a goddamn Americana fucking card that went across America. Excuse my language. Nick, his teeth, his lips is huge and mouth open. His teeth is all white and pearly, eyes big and bucking. He looks like a Americana.
So it's a shame to have pearly white teeth. But don't all black folks have big lips? I mean, So he's supposed to be ashamed of what he looks like. So he has to be more what, European looking? I mean, what is this dude trying to say? What is this brother trying to say?
Postcard. And white folks
My
send him
eyes
in
is
to do
all
their
big and
bidding.
bucking.
They
My
sending him in
teeth
to do
are
their
white
bidding.
and
You know,
pearly.
oh,
My
it
lips are
didn't work for
big.
him, so you go in there. You got more pull. Go in there and try to just
Shit
stir
don't make
something
no
up and
sense.
just waste time. Because that's time wasting shit. Tommy loves white folks.
This
Tommy
is
likes
awesome.
white
I
pussy, I
got the
believe.
best.
That's why I really think he came into the defense. That Tommy got a thing for white pussy. That's what I think it is.
And they
He
love
hate black
seeing gay
women.
things.
And Tommy, you talking about we treating him a certain way in spaces. Look, we done seen Tommy in these white supremacist spaces. He ain't defending us. He's joining in on their bullshit when they calling us all type of niggas and nigga bitches and shit. He's coming in and joining in on it. So look, I just wanted to say that, man.
In white
We
supremacist
tried to
spaces.
stop Dylan Roof, and Tommy wanted Dylan Roof to be successful. That's
He
what the problem is.
Dylan Roof literally was
Certified salute to
successful.
you, my brother. Damn, boy, you cooking. Straight up and down. I want y'all to see what my brother
And they
just
never
said right
cut
there.
off people who saying
Okay,
dumb
we out
shit.
here stopping these folks who want to play friend with us.
Hey, all right, y'all. That's the end of that. But y'all, let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. If you was paying attention to the right hand side to the mute button, there was a lot of muting going along. You kept seeing it. It would say muted by host. They kept saying Tommy wasn't answering any questions, but as you can tell, Tommy was actually answering their questions. They just weren't listening. They weren't trying to hear what Tommy had to say. Whenever he tried to make some sense, they would mute him. Right? So, but like I said, a lot of people, especially FBAs, will listen to the one on Black Alpha Network's channel, which is all audio. There's no visual. All you're hearing is the audio. So you're not hearing, you're not seeing, you're not able to see the mutes. All you're doing is hearing what Black Alpha saying. You're hearing what Tommy's saying, but you don't know that a lot of it's being muted out, right? So, but like I said, this is what O'Shea was trying to point out, but he never really went over there to check out the video. So, but you guys let me know what y'all think again. Like I said, I don't care if you agree with Tommy or disagree with Tommy as far as his talking points and what he was, trying to say. Just take a listen. Pay attention to the muting. Like I said, the whole back and forth was not a good conversation because of that. You know what I mean? And the fact that these FBAs will mute you, then lie on you, mischaracterize you and all that, and then come out and say, oh, well, Tommy got roasted. Not really. If you take a look at what was happening, it wasn't a fair conversation. So that's all I wanted to point out, that the conversation was not fair at all. Tommy was trying to get his points across, but again, they would lie and then they would mute. They would say he said something when he didn't say it, then they would mute him. They would ask him, all these questions back to back and then mute him. So yeah, it was a very odd back and forth, right? But like I said, drop some comments down below. Let me know what you think. It's your boy JLerone with JLerone Presents. You guys, please be good to yourselves. By all means, let's be good to one another. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Buck you naked.
Got some bad news for you.
You're fucking done, son. It's over.
Please hit the gym. Please hit the gym, and the pH needs to be balanced as well.
I've been drinking.